Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Company of Wizards vlog. And what you're seeing right here is a pedal that I built from a kit. It's the first one that I built. And originally the idea was to make a video of the building process. But it turns out that as a complete noob in building electronic devices, it was way harder than I thought. And if I was going to make a video on building it, it would have probably been the most tedious video ever of just me messing up time and time again because I didn't know a thing about soldering or building these things. And it would have been way too big of a project. So I was gonna do that, but now I'm just drawing on it and tell you a little bit about the building process. And yeah, it was way tougher than I thought. First things first though, what are we drawing? Well, this is the Acapulco Gold copy, or the Acapulco by Musikding. And it's a really cool pedal. It's a super saturated distortion. It's crazy. I'm gonna do a video of like demoing the sounds that it does, but for now I'm just like, I don't know, I'm drawing on it because I wanted it to look cool. And the Acapulco Gold by Earthquake Devices that this pedal is based on, the Acapulco Gold was based on a Sunn Model T amp, fully cranked, I believe. And obviously because Sunn is in the name, and combining it with one of the characters from my favorite video game called Dark Souls. We're going to praise the sun on this one. We're going to draw Knight Solaire on it and praise the sun a little bit with this pedal. So I'm just drawing the sun motif right here. So, and now we're going to get started on Mr. Knight Solaire himself. So anyways, building this thing. I'm a complete noob in electronics and soldering and stuff. And this was my very first pedal from a kit that I've built. I thought it was super tough. Not real, like the soldering is something you kind of have to get a bit of a feeling for, I suppose. And towards the end of the build, my soldering was a lot better than it was at the very start. So I guess that's cool. I've learned something. And it was doable. It was functional. So that's a win, I suppose, for a first build that it actually, does the thing. However, it was super hard because I feel like the documentation was very minimal. Like, I don't know how to read schematics. I knew nothing going into this. Zero knowledge. And the images in the documentation were, they displayed parts of that were not included in this particular package. It's just like a general example is what you get with the documentation of how to build this thing. So you kind of have to go with the general idea of what goes where and stuff. You can read that from the schematics, but I had to Google it a little bit. And then like the actual layout and stuff, you kind of have to adapt from the picture that's included, which is kind of like a generic, I don't know what pedal that's from, but you kind of have to copy that, but it's slightly different for yours. I don't know. I thought it was super confusing. Luckily, though, there were some friendly people on the Musikding forum that answered some questions for me within 24 hours. So it's like super quick answer there. Kind of like a community, I suppose, that can help you build these things. So that was cool. And other than that, I think in hindsight, it probably would have been pretty quick. Like I read all these reviews on the product on Musikding, like on the product page. And a lot of them said, super easy build. I could do it, like built it within like an hour or two. And here I am like just like pondering my brain over maybe like hours on end. I think it took me about like 8 hours total. Probably 4 of which were trying to figure out why the LED wasn't working on my first attempt to get it done. But it worked in the end after some troubleshooting on the forum. And yeah, like I said earlier, the soldering does get easier. I would probably be a lot more comfortable going in for a second build now that I've done one, just because I kind of feel like I got the knack of how much solder actually needs to go into connecting your pieces onto the printed what do you call it, PCB, the board, the circuit board. So I'd probably be a lot more comfortable going in there. So anyways, we're drawing Knight Solaire. he's praising the sun. He's got his arms raised. I wanted the kind of like blend the features of the pedal into the artwork, and with the sun symbol, obviously on Solaire's armor in the middle, and I figured we could just use the switch for that. The LED is a little bit awkward right in the neck, but I feel like it turned out okay anyways. Give him a little bit of a sword, sunlight sword, always good. And basically just trying to mimic like the helmet, super square. It's got like the Crusader kind of cross in the middle, a little feather on his helmet. Praising the sun, so he's got his arms raised, fully stretched out. And the idea was to have him like, because I didn't know what to do like from the waist down, because it's kind of like falling off the pedal or the edge of the bottom. And I was like, oh, maybe you can like come out of a portal or something and, you know, like you summon him. But that did not work out at all. Butchered it. It almost looked like he just got his, you know, his bottom parts chopped off by some dragon or something. So that did not work at all. I just grabbed some dishwashing liquid and I redid the bottom part, because that did not turn out the way I wanted it to be at all. Super bad. But I like the sun motive. I'm just gonna put it everywhere on all the plugs. I did it on the 9-volt connector too, but that's not showing. And I figured might as well just write Praise the Sun on the bottom to replace my earlier attempt. So those are my thoughts on building this pedal. I hope you had a lot of fun watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you had a good time, or leave a like if you praise the sun, because everybody needs to do a little bit of sun praising. And the next video, I'm going to show off the sounds this thing makes. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be lots of fun. See you on the next one, everybody. You.